What is up? I hope you can hear me. This is my first time trying to talk in a video like this, and so I apologize if it's super awkward, or if you like super awkward. I do not apologize. This video is going to be going over some of my visual novels' new features, or features in the process of becoming features, or something like that. Ebon Light is a visual novel. It is pretty not standard. I guess standard is a bad word. But it's pretty traditional in the way it works. You read a lot and you choose choices to direct the story coming from the perspective of your character. It's set in a fantasy universe with lots of people who wear eyeliner and elves. And yeah. Anyway, I mentioned in my latest blogs that I was going to be adding in a proper battle system. Even though I probably shouldn't have used the word proper, because now that I've actually started doing it, it's not very proper at all. It's pretty much just like a regular visual novel at this point, and this is what I mean by that. This is all just placeholder stuff, by the way, in case you're wondering. Okay, so right now we have some menu options. You can attack, focus, defend, look in your inventory, or run. So if we click attack, his health goes down when it says you wounded him, and it mentions that you can no longer run. And he attacks, and your health goes down. And then the options come back up, but run is no longer available. So if you were to attack again, you would get a new script. So it's just kind of like running through a visual novel like normal, at least in this battle. His health goes down, her health goes down, and then you're back to the menu. So the way this would work would be you would keep going through this menu until some kind of resolution has occurred, if that means that you drop his health down to none, or if your health goes down to none, or you find some other way out of the battle, or something else happens, and that's what it means. And probably for all of the major kind of boss encounters, if you will, that's how the battles will go. They'll be heavily scripted. There won't be a lot of repeating dialogues, if there are any at all. It'll be just kind of like running through the visual novel like normal, with more visual cues. I plan on putting animations and stuff with this, so it won't just be them standing there saying they're attacking each other when they're not. But that's how I see this going. There might end up being more of a questing thing going on later on. I'm not sure yet. But if that does happen, there will probably be lots of random scripted events that could occur just to keep, because people who play these games play them for the story, and so there's not going to be a lot of mindless grinding, most likely. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to mention was we have, if you play the demo, you might be familiar with this screen. It's just another placeholder character page where you can see your main characters, or where you can see the character's stats. See how her personality is starting to develop. It's pretty clunky and not super pretty. But now that I've got all these RPG features I'm planning on adding in, it's going to end up looking something like this. It's beautiful, I know. It's totally amazing. I will take my awards now. This is a mock-up, or is it, of what the character page is going to look like once I finish implementing everything. I'm going to try and find a way to put her stats all up in here, because there's just 11 stats. I feel like I should be able to get it in a small, one glance at it and you're done kind of pretty little rectangle. But so far it's huge and you have to scroll through it for days. It doesn't make much sense to me, but hopefully I'll be able to get that done the way I want to. And then we're going to have down here will be her inventory. Her inventory will mostly be in this section. Her money will be up here. These will be inventory slots if the whole battle system ends up getting so advanced that she is slotting items, for like her weapon and her armor and stuff, and then we need to start looking at that, because that's, a thing that will happen if we end up getting really crazy with battles. But For just the way it is now, this probably won't be a thing. You probably won't need to slot your armor and stuff. We'll see. And then there might be a button down here to change your clothes. Because another thing I'm working on is giving the main character outfits that you can collect or buy or change the color of or dye or whatever. Just lots of those little RPG things that I'm working on now to try and give the game, bigger, a greater sense of customization and, I don't know. I hope it will add to the game and not just seem kind of disjointed. I'm not sure where it's going to go yet, but I think it's going to be worth a shot. So I hope it ends up being fun. And I will try and get a better video up soon, one that is hopefully clearer and has more information to show. I know I'm not the best at speaking, so I'm going to try my best. And oh, I forgot to mention that the attacks but both the attacks that you dish out and the attacks that you receive are randomized to some extent. So that part isn't scripted. There will still be an element of randomness to your attacking and defending and healing and stuff. So that part of the RPG will remain. It's just that the progression of the battle will ideally have a sense of still being part of a story rather than just being you attacking over and over again until the enemy's dead. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. We'll see. And thank you for watching the video. I hope it was at least a little bit interesting.